This conference will now be recorded.
Um, Hi, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about our next module, that is CloudTrail. The main purpose of the CloudTrail is to collect all the auditing related information. That means if someone logged into the system, if someone did something wrong with the systems and all, everything is going to record it. So for this, just going to CloudTrail, you know already how to log in into the dashboard. In this, you just look for search for CloudTrail, CLOUD, Cloud, TRAIL, Trail. Once you click on CloudTrail, then it is taking you to the separate dashboard where you can manage the CloudTrail related. So in this CloudTrail, so you can see there is a like event history. So this event history will maintain all the logs, all system logs. That means like who logged into the system, who did what, like which user is performing everything. See, Bharat logged into the system yesterday or before yesterday. So like some whatever the activities performed this in this, see, Bharat created some security group. So from where it is created, if you click on that, so we can clearly see from where and which region they connected. That's why these people are taking, some people are taking support from various people, right? So once they connected, the company will identify from where it is connected, who connected and all. That's why don't take the support actually. So you no need to, just you can take some help from the people. Don't give your credentials or your access and all, because they will easily identify from which IP they connected and from where they are accessing and everything. So, and also the event history, if you click on event history, you can see all, like, like more information about, you can download that in different format and JSON format also. After downloading this into the JSON format, and you can send it to the developer, they can give that output to any of the website. So then website, otherwise there is a ELK stack they will implement, and they can see how the if there is any unknown people are coming, then they will get it notified like red alert or something like that. Yeah, hello. So like that we can see lot of logging related. So now you are very clear about, if you do something wrong, you can definitely, it is recorded in somewhere. So from which IP address they connected and who did what, and everything is recorded. Okay, make sure this is the most important thing. Now coming to but more here, this record, this data, whatever the data is coming here, this is for only 90 days. If you see here, this is only 90 days. If you want more than 90 days, then we need to redirect these logs to we need to redirect these logs to some storage S3. For that we can create there is a trials we can create. That trial will redirect all these logs to keep it uh, for long time for auditing purpose and all. So that is the one important. Now you are very clear about what is CloudTrail. What is CloudTrail? So CloudTrail is the I mean log. It is collecting all the logs. It will maintain all the logs, but how many days it will maintain? Only 90 days. What it is recording? It is recording all of your user activities, all user activities within the AWS. If someone deleted something, it is recorded. If someone deleted, someone added something, someone created the server, everything is recorded here. So that is the CloudTrail. So, but it is maintaining only 90 days data. That's why, but we don't want only 90 days data. We want data for long time. So then we can redirect all these event history. We can redirect.
Sir,
Yeah.
we can use in private tab also. It will be, we can see here, sir, data.
No, it's only within AWS. Whatever you do AWS, everything is recorded.
Can
Yeah.
monitor this, sir?
Sorry.
Who can monitor this? Either root user or admins?
Whoever is, one is root user and whoever is having the not root user. Root user can do everything.
Yes,
So
yes.
whoever is having this access, CloudTrail access,
Okay.
they can monitor. And the administrator always is having, right? Administrator can always monitor this. So one is the administrator always monitoring. The second option is root super user, otherwise root user also. And whoever is having this, sometimes in our
Access.
company there is a monitoring team. The monitoring team is having this access, and sometimes security team is having this access. So that depends on different accesses we have. So
And
that is the.
Hi,
Mhm.
Reddy.
Yeah, Subbu.
Reddy, suppose I created
Mhm.
two users are admin. So each admin will be having separate cloud trial for the activities what admin A is doing and
No.
another
This
cloud
is
trial
not for
for
the.
admin B is doing. So
This is not for the administrator. This is every user. Whoever is doing anything, so it is recorded here. So I don't know what Subham is doing. Like, where are you, man? If you open, like, it's full of noise. I don't know. So yeah, you are at home, right?
yes, sir.
But why we are getting full noise sometimes? Yeah.
So maybe this is the noise of the fan you are getting.
You can turn off that. So it is disturbing everyone, right? So now coming to, yeah, you understand, right? This service is not for the user. This service is for all activities, every user. Whoever is not only user. Sometimes your tool is doing some job. See, lookup is doing some job, and every the cloud trail also is doing some job. Some other cloud storage is doing some job. So every task is recorded here. So sometimes the API is also doing the job. So everything is recorded. So who did what? But I want forever, so I can redirect to CloudTrail by creating the CloudTrail. I can redirect all the logs to this location. How to redirect? Very easy. I'm creating a trail. The trail will help you to, suppose I'm creating my um, TRAIL. You can give any name. You are enabling. So you understand what we are doing, right? So very simple terminology here. Very simple topic. Also is very simple. So it is whatever, like there is a AWS account. That account is handled by many customers and many places and all. Sometimes there is unauthorized people also trying to log in. So some different regions and all that they are not expected. So then they can notify it and they can secure more and all like that. So that is the CloudTrail will do. So, but here the most important thing is you want to redirect these logs to S3 because it is maintaining only 90 days data. So for that, what we can do, we can create a CloudTrail name and enabling all accounts in my organization are specific only account, one account. Usually we do all accounts because like we don't want if it is the organization account. Okay. Then the storage, this S3, you want to create the new storage or I want to use the existing bucket, well, existing storage unit or something. So I can use this existing one also, just to choose that. Otherwise, you can create the new. So then you can enable, like, see, for example, while copying the data, you want to encrypt or not. You want to encrypt or not. So otherwise, or we can ignore the encryption at this time. That means, like, if you encrypt the data, it is going to be more secure once it is in S3. So like that. So log file validation, whether the log is validating or notification system. Like, suppose once it is happened, someone need to receive the alert. This notification we will see in few minutes. At this time we can ignore that. But in case if you want, yes, you can go with the new topic or new person who need to receive the alert and all. And also you want to enable the monitoring, like CloudWatch you want to enable. So like that we can just to define something here. Okay, so you can ignore these all these, but your job is very simple and straightforward. You want to send all the logs coming to CloudTrail to my storage. That's all. That is our main aim here. Okay, while going this data, do you want any encryption? That means any encryption means, like, once you transfer data, the data is going to encrypted in the sense, like, it is going to converted into the different format, and it is not giving any error. So like that. So if someone steal that data, they can't do anything if it is encrypted like that. And also additional settings, if you want to log file for validation, like, whether it is copied or not, like that. You want to, someone need to receive the alert in case if it is happening. That means, like, once it is copied, then that there is a notification, one person should receive the alert saying that the data is copied, like that. Okay, so that is the one more thing. And you want to enable the monitoring also for this job as well. So like that you can create the listing. So, and also you want to insert any graph, you want to display any data event. Like, data event means log resource operate referred on the which resource you want to define. So like that, what kind of permission, like, see, for example, you want to allow the API. This is the most important, I told you, right? This output they are feeding to some application, they are giving to some application as a input, and to analyze or to understand and all. Okay, so what kind of permission you want to give? So this is requested by the customer only, who is the developer, like the developer of API and all. So our job is just enable that. And then the event, like, the data should go to the storage, or where you want to go to the storage data. So, but we can ignore this for now, data events, if there is any data events and all. So, and also insights means graph. You want to display the call rates, or choose the API error rates. So this is kind of I mean, like, the GUI it will display like that. I will show you. So then coming to, that's all, very easy to create the CloudTrail. So then our trail is enabled. This trail will collect all the system logs, as all the system events, like any system means AWS account related, all logs are recorded in the storage S3. If I click on S3, then it is going to my storage. If you go to the storage, can you see this? The CloudTrail is started. CloudTrail is started. If I click on CloudTrail, then you'll see in few minutes there is a logs will come here. So that is the main aim of this whole exercise. Like, we are redirecting all the logs to here. After 1 year, if someone is someone need a logs for auditing, then we can come here and we can monitor from here itself. We can just give it to them. So that way we can enable the logs and all. If you click on this, you can see now this bucket, right? So this bucket is, one second.
Retention is 90 days only, right?
With this retention is 90 days, but once you migrate, once you copy to AWS this CloudTrail, so it is forever. See, you are copying those logs to your under AWS logs with your AWS account. All logs related to your insight. So, and also the insight as well as CloudTrail logs, everything is recorded here. See, so it will come in a minute, okay? But you understand the meaning, right? Everyone understand that what is CloudTrail? Why do we need CloudTrail? How many days it is recording the data? If you create, how to create, why we need to create the trail, and why what CloudTrail will do. So if you click on CloudTrail, what it is doing, so you can also see the CloudTrail activity, the trail activity. You can see what it is doing and all. So I just created the CloudTrail also, right? This is also recording. See, all everything, every history is recorded, okay? So if you click on the trail, if you click on the trails, then you can see there is a trail. So make sure you can disable this, otherwise it is always sending the logs from CloudTrail to S3. The S3 is the storage it is going to increase and the charges are starting, okay? Better you can delete after, otherwise you can stop or you can edit anytime. This CloudTrail, this CloudTrail is clearly showing here like what it is doing exactly. So here, see, it is going the logs to this location. See that log location is, this is the one. If you click on this, then it is taking you to the separate location where storage in S3 there is a, in S3 these files are storing. So that is the CloudTrail related. So look like this. I created this account recently. 90 days old data is not there because I created 2 months back, I think 1 month back, I'm not sure. Look like, yes, I created recently. So you can, yeah, only 2 months, not even 90 days. So that's why it is still not coming any logs. So it is copying only the logs whichever is older than 90 days. So that's why I'm still not able to see the logs. So then coming to the pricing part, if you go to the any pricing, like the CloudTrail pricing, if you go to the any pricing, just aws.amazon.com/pricing pricing. You just go to the aws.amazon.com/pricing. You can see the pricing model here, like see, sign into console, and you can also pricing, right? Every pricing you can see, but I don't want every pricing. I want only EC2 or S3 or CLOUD cloud TRAIL. I want to see only CloudTrail pricing. I want to see S3 pricing. I want to see server pricing. Like you can clearly see the pricing model here. The pricing model is like pricing calculator also is there. You can estimate your own estimations. Otherwise, overview, you can go with overview, and you can take like the pricing for events, pricing for logs. You can clearly understand. One important point here is whatever the data is coming out here. Two types of charges usually, like for storage point of view, there is a two charges. Two charges means one is storing the storing charges like 5 GB this much, 10 GB this much, like that. Whatever the data you store, that is the one charge. The second charge is the transfer data, the bandwidth utilization. While transferring the data from on premises to AWS to on premises, or sometime, so like that, and one service to another service also you are transferring the data, one region to another region also you are transferring the data. So the transferring data means the bandwidth you are utilizing by your application or your tools or whatever it is. The bandwidth utilization charges also there. So the bandwidth utilization while transferring in the data you are transferring to AWS is no charges, it is zero charges. The transferring out you are taking out, then it is chargeable. So that is the one important you need to understand. If you go here, the pricing, see here how is the pricing model and how it look like, okay? CloudTrail insight and all, you can understand the logs and everything, right? So go ahead. Any questions here? Anyone?
Yeah, I have questions like, since so as we have transferred the logs to S3 bucket, so after a certain amount of data, it will charge.
Yes, data here. Here two types of charges I explained, right? One is suppose you want to store 5 GB in S3, right? In
Mm-hmm.
S3 means simple storage service. You want to store 5 GB. They will charge
Mm-hmm.
for 5 GB data.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But you are transferring this data from on-premises, right?
Hmm.
So you are using bandwidth of AWS network,
Okay.
internet network bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
While transferring in there is no charges.
Okay.
No charges for in. If you take out, it's not only this EC2, S2, S3, every charges. So yeah, why can't you connect from phone or Subham? It is irritating lot.
Check in, check out.
So I don't know
Oh,
what's going on with your connection, or you know, are you connected from phone, mobile, this laptop or mobile?
Actually, I was connected through my desktop, but I don't know, the sound is not. I'm not able to hear your voice.
Oh, yeah, you can remove the headphones, or sometimes headphones also give the some sound. You can just I don't know. Yeah, now it is okay. Look like while talking,
oh,
sometime big noise it
hi,
is.
hi, Reddy.
So
I have a
yeah.
doubt.
Hmm.
My understanding is, so CloudWatch is a CloudTrail is a internal functionality of AWS. So we can use that. That will have the user audit details, like whoever
Exactly.
the user.
User audit details. Yes.
So for audit purpose, we can use
You
this
can
log.
we can say simply user activities. All user activities are recorded.
Okay, so login time, activity, task,
Yes,
and all we can.
everything, whatever you do,
Okay,
everything is recorded.
so the log retention period inside CloudTrail is 90 days. So
90
if
days.
you yeah, if we move the logs to the S3
Yes,
storage, it is permanent.
S3 for permanent.
Yeah, while moving the data from our on-premises to S3, there is no charge from AWS for checking. But getting the data from AWS to our on-premises, it means checkout, we will
Yes,
be having the charges.
charges for bandwidth, I mean, but
Yeah, yeah,
storing charges are already there.
yeah. Okay, so this is the things, my
Yeah,
understanding.
this is
Okay.
the overview. Yes,
So, transferring the data to S3, there is no charge, right?
the bandwidth charges are not there.
Okay. And taking out the data from S3, then
Charges.
there will be charges.
Yeah,
So,
not only S3. In
mhm.
AWS, entire AWS, we have S3 storage, we have EBS storage, we have like NFS storage, we have like some other different storages also. So you have the database, and database is generating lot of logs, and you want to send it to on-premises, it is chargeable for bandwidth. So like wherever like going in is no charge, like taking out from AWS is chargeable.
Suppose we take out this data, that we have taken this data to S3, and now suppose we take out this data from S3, then there will be charge.
Yes.
Okay. And another thing, we have collected all the logs, and suppose we want to track that particular user. And, so any particular user, so definitely we would be able to track that user through IP address. So can we see that IP address of that particular user from which it
Yes, yes, that's what we are.
getting?
In everything is recorded here. Sometimes people are collecting from some program also. You can see from the which program it is collecting, like APIs also. Sometimes the program is collecting data and all. Yeah, everything is recorded. See, Bharati changed sometime password, right? So it is recorded like
So, but the IP address of the system from which she has changed the password is not mentioned here.
a password. Yeah, password, but it should. Bharat, I'm not sure. I need to understand why it is showing error for him. So I don't know, but usually it should show like all activities. See,
Okay.
delete user. So user related source IP should be he's
Sir, it was
doing.
logged with your browser only from your end. So it's showing AWS internal.
Okay, okay, yeah. So sometimes they will give this output to the API, the program. So events and all JSON script. This is the JSON script. So now coming to the pricing model of AWS pricing model, you understand, right? So how many days it is free and all. Then coming to, if you go to the inside, means like no data for available. So whenever you have the it is available only 36 hours. After that, you can see there is a graphs kind of stuff. Tomorrow we will see the data. Okay. So that is the one thing. This lake is not related to us. Like these days, the database people are using some data lake kind of thing. So once you enable this, they can run the queries actually out of this data, like specific IP address related people you want to see, specific logs you want to see. Select star from like some date. You can create a queries. You understand what I mean? You can create a queries by creating the event data store. So after while creating the trail, you enabled something like data events. That data events are all collected here. And from once the data is collected here, that data you can use to run the query, to run the data query and all from here itself. So that database people will take care, but this is not related to us. Only database people will manage this. Okay, data store related and all. So then they can write the query, select star from or something like that. So you can just mention like test test or something. So then you can go next, then management events under data events. So data events and management events. So whatever the events means the logs, all logs you are collecting here, and after that you can write the query. You can write the query from here itself. So that's all. Once the data event is created, then you can write a data store is once the data store is run, then run SQL queries from here itself. Okay, the data store is done, then you can run the queries and view the result of from the query. That's all. So that means the meaning is whatever the data, it is coming lot of data, but I don't want to go one by one like this. See, if you go here, so there is a lot of data generated by this AWS. So I want to see only Bharat, how many times he logged into that. I want to see only Bharat, how many times he logged into that. So in that case, you can go here and you can run a query. First, you need to collect the data. Instead of sending the data to AWS S3, now you are sending the data to this data lake. And from here, you are running. This is the data. You can run the query, select star from this. This we need to run the queries. If you have any old queries, sample queries also is there. So you can run like this. So you can run some who called the APIs. So who called API? So you can run. Then you can see the result. Like, see, this is still running. So that's why it is. This is the successfully completed. So then 0 records are coming. So like you can run the queries. Okay. So someone today try to explain some database related stuff. Okay. After this session, every day you guys having some knowledge, right? You can share. This is kind of forum. So that is the one
Sir,
thing. Yeah.
if you want to search a particular user, not instead of all the records, how can we search that?
That's what this we need to know that SQL query,
Okay.
explore queries, right? So see, even select something, select elements at records and records. Then you need to use that. See, allocate consistent users. So you are writing the query. For this, we need the SQL queries. So we can ignore that because we don't know any SQL queries and our editor. You just take this and you know how to write the MySQL queries. Then you can select all these things, then run, and it will give you the how many people are connected and all these things. So
And
this
it
data,
shows
yeah,
sample queries, right?
sample code. They provided some sample queries. So that's what we are trying, but it is not able to find out the actual data, right? That's why it is failing. So that event data, so we need to create a event store to collect all the data. From that data, you are running the query, and then you can see the views. So that is the this whole exercise. Okay. So but this is database people will take care. But yes, for understanding, if you want, yes, you can spend some time. But here the problem is you must know some SQL query, select star from select something, you just explore some time if you have time. Okay. So that is also, at least you can explain, yes, there is a SQL queries we can write. So at least we have two ways, like whatever the data generated by AWS, we can use this data in three ways. One is you can send it to S3, you can keep it there for a long time. Okay. So the second one is you can send it to the data lake and you can write the queries over there. The third way is you can send it to Insight and you can see the graphs and all. And fourth way, you can just keep it 90 days data, and after that it will go away automatically. So these are the different ways you can redirect the data, the CloudTrail data into different places. So that is the most important. We need to understand exactly what we are doing here. Okay. So I hope everyone, usually we can, in companies, usually that depends again, like, usually we can redirect these logs to S3. That S3, some third party tools are picking that data and they will analyze actually. So our job is just to redirect it to S3. That's all. Then from there in S3 also you need to provide some API access to access only specific bucket by using that IAM role again. So that API will pick up that data like ELK stack. Just ELK stack is the one of the DevOps tool that DevOps tools are collecting, and sometimes JabX also some monitoring tools. They are redirecting these outputs. So multiple things are going on with AWS, right? So, but our job is AWS admin, only admin job we are going to do. That is, we are redirecting to S3 because we need to manage these logs as a admin. That's why. That is the one thing. Like just you can spend some time on the documentation also, but it's very hard actually. It's like it's not easy to read all these things. Okay, that's why this session, right? So to read it will take a lot of time, so we don't want to go all the way. So any questions here? Anyone, any confusion about CloudTrail before going to another? This is very tiny service, like just collecting logs and all. So before going to further, any questions, anyone? Everyone good?
Fine to go. Thank you, Rashid.
Yes. Yeah. Just you can, but next level we will discuss. Don't worry. This is the we can say the every topic. You guys already know, right? You are all into the placement oriented. So we are just learning the knowledge. Then the next level, like we'll review the topics. We will review the entire topic from beginning 0 to. So that time we will go with how we are implementing in company and all. Till that time you need to get some knowledge on this. That's all. So yeah.
మనము 90 days కాకుండా 120 days అలా పెంచుకోలేమా స్టోరేజ్ అనేది
No, that is AWS is providing. That AWS is providing this data actually. Only that, yeah. This is not from our side actually. So only AWS is giving the 90 days.
Can it store unlimited records?
No, the AWS is by default they will not give us because their storage is waste, right? So that's why by default they are giving only 90 days. Unlimited
No.
means that's why we are redirecting.
Size, default size for CloudTrail, free size for 90 days retention.
There is no size limit. There's logs, right? Only logs like who did what, that their events, just event only. There is no data here. So if there is a long time, they don't want to maintain here. So they just redirect to some storage. So that is CloudTrail,
So
and you do,
for
yeah.
long time storage only, we are migrating to S3.
Yes, but definitely we need, because auditing is the company security policy. Auditing must be enabled. So this we need to do every time.
Yes, nowadays it became vulnerability if we do not have audit.
Oh, it's going crazy. Yeah, security is really going crazy thing.
So normally, what is the best practice? It's better to redirect to S3, or only we can
No,
adjust
S3,
the
S3. Usually what happened, so from CloudTrail to we are redirecting to S3. From S3, some APIs are coming and they will redirect to monitoring tool, internal monitoring tool. So they will keep on monitoring. And also in this program, they will mention, like they will trigger if there is unknown users are trying to log in, or any different reason, like they are not expected, like all their customers across in USA, but someone is logging from India, then they will trigger. So then they will get trigger and they will notified, and they will trace out why, who, and all. That's why that's why I'm suggesting for the people, whoever is taking the support and all, don't give the access to other people, whoever is there across. Okay, very dangerous. Nowadays the security is the more concern in IT. Yeah. So
Sir, actually, I have a question. You have mentioned that there are 3 options like SNS, CloudWatch, and
yeah,
some options for
no,
encryption.
this is the one, right? This is the one way of approach. You are redirecting to S3. Otherwise you can just you don't want to redirect S3. You just want to create a lake, one data lake. You are redirecting all the data to this data lake. You understand? And from there you are running the SQL queries to filter out specific errors, to filter out specific users, to filter out something activities and all. That is the second option. The third option is you can create a insight. You can create a insight. That insight will do the graphical, like graphical method and all. So that is the one more. So otherwise you can keep it in CloudTrail itself. That is the third option. So that means, like if you go to the CloudTrail, while creating the trail itself, it will give you all the options actually. If you see that test2 or something, so it is giving you the option. So it is giving you the option. Can you see this? Management logs, or data events, or insights. So this is, if you select only this, then it is going to S3. That's all. Just S3. It will go all the logs to S3. That's all. If you select these data events, then it is giving you the data events, where to copy, and what data you want to load. You understand? So the output, like output, you can send it to the Lambda function. So you can write all the like lot of. So in the same way, insight means just it is generating the report. Just enable insight. So the insight measures unusual activities against the 7-day baseline. Can you see this? Unusual activities, it will report. So that is in GUI. We already enabled that. Tomorrow we will see the output actually. It will take 36 hours to generate the reports actually. You understand? So that is the one more important. Now you guys are understanding, I think.
Sir, please, could you please explain this management events, and another one is I'm not clear with that.
Data lake.
No, management events. I think another one is date events.
Data events. That is this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You are redirecting to here, and from here you can do that.
So what is the basic difference between these two? I'm not getting the point.
This is that you are redirecting to S3. That's all. It is keeping there. You can redirect here into data store, and you can run your query, SQL queries.
But this is we are doing in lake.
Yes.
Yeah. But before this, there was one tab at the top, the data event, the insights, the management.
So let me show you. If you go here, right? So you are talking about data event,
yes,
and these three, right?
Yeah. Only management events and date events. That's
Yes. Insight
this is
means
clear.
graphical. Yeah.
Graphical representation.
The graphical representation. Any unusual activities. It is clearly saying log resources operations performed on, or which resources, and are captured management operational performed on your resources. So like that. So we can create the trial like that. So that is the CloudTrail will do. So any questions about CloudTrail? The pricing model also you understand, right? If you click on the pricing model, you can clearly see what pricing model, how they will charge, and how much it is free, and after 30 days it is chargeable. So depends on 5 TB data you are storing, then it is going to chargeable like that. Look like I created one lake, right? So if you click on this one, try a test lake I created. If you see the test lake I created, right? So this is going to be but it is not chargeable until you load the data. So there is no I'm not loaded any data, so it will not charge anything. Don't worry. So that is the one thing. So that is the pricing model also we need to see. Okay, so please go ahead. Any questions here before going to SNS topic? There is a new topic, SNS, that we will discuss tomorrow. So in the meantime, today we will discuss some other topics, like in general. Daily we will discuss general topics, some topics about IT, about anything like ITIL process or anything, just anything related to IT. Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone.